Hi everybody, I wanted to make a quick video for you today describing a dog door, and I'm going to describe the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the dirty. So here we go. So obviously I don't think it needs much explanation as to what it's for. Obviously the dogs can come and go as they please, and it really makes it convenient when you are, you have a long day at work, or you have a night out, you want to do something, you really don't have to worry about the dogs being trapped inside and not being able to get outside. Now, there are some negatives to it. I left it dirty purposely, so I'm going to get you some close-ups so you can kind of see. You do need to clean it every now and then because the dogs can get dirty from it. They get their dirt rubbed off on it, and the door itself gets dirty. It takes about 5 minutes to clean, maybe even a little less. It needs to be done maybe once every couple weeks. Just keeps it clean and keeps it in better shape. Some people claim, there is issues with hot and cold getting in, but this is an insulated dog door, and I don't think it's a big issue. Certainly the benefits outweigh whatever disadvantage that might cause. Unfortunately, I have my camera in the wrong angle. There we go. So you got Vivian about to use it again. So it's just really a convenient feature to have, and I wouldn't live without one. So I thought, I'll go through a little bit more about it and show you a little bit more in detail how this particular model works.
Okay, so looking at it, you can see this is about 3 weeks worth of dirt on here. I haven't cleaned it in about 3 weeks, but there is a front panel that the dogs actually use to access it, and then there's an internal insulation panel that is insulated, and then there is actually another door. So there's an interior and exterior door panel, as well as the insulator in between. So it's very good at keeping it cozy inside.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the installation of the door itself. So in my particular installation, I had the window here. There was also a window over on the panel where the dog door is. So I actually had to take out that panel with the glass and replace it with a solid door so that I could install the dog door. In this particular room, it's a wall of windows, and so ultimately there was no exterior wall that I could let the dogs out. I could install one. This particular panel right here actually has a beam behind it, so I couldn't cut into that. So my particular situation, I had to actually I kept the light. That's called a light, but I kept that. And I put it in my mechanical room, so if when I move out of this home someday, I can reinstall it and put it back to normal. But for me, I had to have a dog door. My dogs are used to them and they need one, so I had to do it. But this, again, I think does a good job having the insulated panel in there and having the dual flaps. They are magnetic at the bottom, so they do kind of lock into place once they're snapped in. So I thought I'd give you a quick example of how to clean one, looking at one that's dirty so you kind of know what to expect. So I'm going to go over and clean it. You'll be able to see a before and after. All right, so you can see this section here. This is where their heads hit all the time. And then as they come in and out, it has like a little exhaust that comes out here on the side, so you can kind of see the dust it creates on this section here. But I'm going to clean it real quick. You'll see how pretty easy it is. Okay, so this is another style of door here. This one is an exterior door, and this is actually just homemade. I just put a little hook over here that will actually close this door in the event that I need to close this area off for my dogs. So if, this is the yard section of my property here for the dogs. So if I were to have, say for example, a mowing crew over here, or if I was having to do some yard work out there, some landscaping or fence repair or fence installation, I could I could close this off. They could be in this section of my property, but they could not be outside of this fence. So this is another stuff. Come on, Debbie. Come on. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So you can see how that would. Go ahead, Max. Go. Good boy. Hi. And then I lock this up in place because I don't want the wind. Ultimately, I just don't want the wind to be able to blow that closed. So that's why I have that. But when they, hi Vivian. So when they come in this section, then they can come into this area. And then obviously that would allow them to get into the home and come and go as they please. And then that area would allow them to get into their fenced in area of the yard. Okay, so I told you good, bad, ugly. So we've seen the good. Obviously the dogs can come and go as they please. They love it. They never have to, strain their bladder to hold themselves waiting for daddy to get home and let them out. So what is bad? Well, I have had a few critters in here. Most of them have been deceased after they've caught them. Nothing major. I've had a groundhog, squirrel, a couple moles, and I had a live rabbit in here. I don't know if I have that on my YouTube channel, but Vivian captured a live rabbit and it actually survived. I was able to stop her as she was playing with her prey. I was able to stop her in the act before she actually did the deed. So that can happen. They like to bring you in prizes and show you their accomplishments, but it is extremely rare. And if you live somewhere more of a city type setting with a normal fenced in yard, you probably don't have a lot of critters out there anyway. I'm kind of in a little bit of a country setting, so there tends to be a few more critters out in these parts, but really has not been a big issue. Security is another issue. People are concerned about security. So I am about 5'8" and I weigh about 160 pounds. So I'm pretty lean, but I'm going to show you me climbing into the dog door. So obviously I can get in. It is a tight fit, but I have forgot my keys a couple times, or the powers went out, my garage door opener didn't work and I didn't have my key on me. So, a couple situations where it actually has helped me get in the home. Now, technically any guy my size can get in that, or a woman my size or smaller could get into the dog door, but having 3 big giant labs here, they're super nice with me, but with a stranger, I don't know what they would do, but I think that it's enough of a deterrent. Their bark sounds angry when they're barking at someone here on the outside of the fence or some sort of critter, so I know if there was a stranger out there, they would be going crazy, and I really don't have any concern about it. The benefits for me far outweigh that type of security threat. Plus I have cameras, so if they were here, they would get busted. So having said that, again, I think the benefits outweigh the downfalls of one, and I would encourage anybody with dogs to get one. They are a lifesaver and definitely a life changer. So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.